Hey everyone, this is Misbah, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to add a quiz to your funnel. Alright, so first of all, you are going to open up the funnel and select the page where you want to add the quiz. And then you are going to scroll down and select on the survey option. Now, there's not really a quiz option in System.io, but a survey option works just as well for a quiz, okay? So you're going to click on it, drag and drop it where you want it to be, and then click on it and click on Edit Survey Questions. All right, so you're going to start asking your questions here. Let's say I want to create a quiz for my audience to help them figure out what kind of low-ticket product they can sell to their audience. All right, so in that case, my first question here will be, who is your audience? And then add a subtitle here. So describe your audience or avatar. And then you can go ahead and select the answers. So you can have multiple answers here, like multiple choice. So they can go ahead and select from one of these options. So for example, let's say I want to have at least 3 options for them to select from. So let's go ahead and add some options for them. Coaches and course creators, affiliate marketers. All right, so these are 3 questions. These are 3 answers that I want them to pick from. And then for each answer they select, I want to add a tag. So for example, if they select this option number 1, then I am going to select the tag. So I don't have any freelancer tag here, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick whatever tag I have for the sake of this workshop. And then for the second option as well, I'm going to pick a tag. And then for the third option as well. So it's important for you to add tags, whichever option they select, because in the future, you can always go ahead and send out emails. Now, if you want to add more answers, you can do so. Just click here on Add Answer. And let's say this time you want them to write the answer. Let's say that none of these options actually apply to them, meaning they have a different kind of audience, which isn't mentioned here. Then you can just select this open-ended answer and they will be able to type their answer here. Okay, so other, write your answer here. All right, so this is my first question and I already have some answers here. Now you're gonna click on go back and add another question. So let's add my second question, and my second question can be, what problem do you solve? And then subtitle at this point, if you want to add a subtitle, you can add. If not, just leave it as it is. And then go ahead and add answers for them to select. So if you want to add more answers, you can always click here and it's going to add more answers. If you only want to have one answer for them, then you just remove the rest. Now, whether to add open-ended question or multiple choice answers, that will depend on the question you're asking, right? Some questions you can even add both, like what we did with question number 1. I added 3 options for them to select, and I also added open-ended answer. So they're free to either select from the options or write the answer. So in this case, in this question, I'm just going to ask them to write their answer. Okay, then you just go ahead and go back and you can continue the same process and add as many questions as you want. All right, once you're done with all the questions, if you want to move the questions, you can click here and the questions will go up and down in order to organize it better. Okay, so once you're done, just click here and now you want to go ahead and do the final step. So you click here on final step, and you're going to set up the email and the first name. So this by default. If you want to change that, you can just click here and change the inputs. For example, let's say you want to, instead of collecting email addresses, let's say you want to collect phone numbers. So you can just go ahead and change it here, right? But I would recommend that you go for email. It's much familiar. Everyone's familiar with email. And then if you want to add one more, you can just click here and duplicate and then change this one. So let's say over here, I want to collect their last name. There we go. All right, so if you want to add more input forms, you can actually do that. And then if you want to add a button, which is very important to add a button, so you just click here and then button will be submit form. Make sure that this is selected, otherwise their contact information will not be stored inside your system. Okay, so submit form, and then you can choose where do you want to take them from here. No redirection, that means they won't be going anywhere from here. Once they're done giving the information and clicking here, the information will be stored, but they won't be going anywhere. But if you want to send them somewhere, you can actually send them to the next step, which is the next page in your funnel, or you can send them to a different URL if you choose a custom URL. Okay, so that is how quiz works. Let me see if I've actually shown you everything here. All right. Okay, so over here you can play around with the colors. So if you want to change the color of the survey, you can actually do that. And then if you want to increase the size of your font or reduce the size, you can go ahead and adjust it here. And then the question title color, you can go ahead and make changes here depending on your branding colors and your theme color. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is how you create a quiz. Now I'm going to go ahead and save it and show you how a quiz looks like. So we're going to preview this. And there we go. So who is your audience? And now I have 3 options here to pick from. So let's say I'm going to go for coaches and course creators. And then this is the second question here. So what problem do you solve? I help beginners build and launch their funnels. There we go. And then once it's done, once all the questions within the survey have been answered, then it's going to ask them to add the email address, the first name, last name, and then once they click here, then the quiz has been completed and their information has been stored. Now the next step from here will be creating automations. So whatever options people selected and whatever tags you have added on each of this option, there is a next step to each of those tags, right? So make sure you save your quiz funnel and then you go back and go to automations and then click on rules. Now this is where you are going to create a rule. Now over here, you're going to click here and you're going to select tag added, right? So then you're going to pick a tag that you have added on one of those options. So one of the tags that I had on those options were free workshop for people who select the freelancer option, right? So if someone selects freelancer option, they will automatically be added this tag on them. And now once they have this tag, I need to decide what is the next step. So this comes here under action. When you click here, you can then select what happens. So people who have that tag, you can add them to a campaign, or you can send them an email, or you can enroll them in a course. So all these different options you have. Let's say in this case, I want to send them an email. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and create a new email here. And then your email here, let me just write something quickly. Hi, first name, if you help freelancers and want to learn how to attract freelancer clients, want to attract clients who are freelancers, I have a cool resource for you. Then you can add whatever you want to add here. For example, let's say you want to send them a lead magnet, or you want to send them to a workshop that is designed or that is related to whatever option they picked. Then you can send them the link so they can go ahead and check it out. Okay, so let's say that's my email, and I'm going to click here save. And once that is done, then whoever has this tag will receive this email. And then go ahead and click save rule and create more automation rules for the other tags that you have added into your quiz funnel. Right, so I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like this video, show some love. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about System.io, I have a community called Success with System.io, and inside this community, I teach you how to leverage System.io and monetize your funnels. You can learn how to build, launch, and scale your funnels from end to end. You're also going to get access to high converting funnel templates and email copy templates, and learn how to launch your own affiliate offers. Right, so you'll also get access to monthly expert workshops and live calls with me where you can ask your question, and together we can build your profitable funnel. You can join Success with System.io for $7, but first you get access to 7 days free inside the community, so you can go ahead and see if you're actually liking the community, if you're finding it valuable, and if you are and you want to continue your journey with me inside Success with System.io, then it's just $7 per month. All right, so go ahead and check it out. The link is below in the caption and in the comment section. If you have any questions about my community, please go ahead and ask in the comments. I'll see you soon with my next video.